right, welcome to the Owatonna Wrestling Podcast. I'm Coach Gabe Hoven. Got nobody with me tonight, so I got a couple special guests coming up later. Season 4, episode 15. We've been doing this for 15 weeks now, and this season, it's been going good. We still got a couple more weeks left. We got freestyle and Greco going on right now, but first of all, I'd like to thank Owatonna Glass, Ben Wilson and the crew down there. For all your glass needs and services. They do insulated glass, storefronts, mirrors, shower doors, and more. Fancy, if you got a glass for a desktop or something, they do it all. Tinting, staining, insulating. Thank you, Ben Wilson and Owatonna Glass. To get us started off, it's kind of hard tonight. I have nobody to look at when I'm talking, so looking up is going to be something. But first of all, I'd like to start with the high school stuff. We got our banquet this Sunday down at the Eagles. Arrive at 5, food at 5:45, and the banquet starts at 6. It is open to the public. It is the high school and middle school banquet. All are welcome. Just come on down to see what's going on. And next, got the freestyle and Greco going on right now with practice from 5:30 to 7. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we got quite a crew in there right now. We got about a total of 45 kids. We got some kids from other towns, boys and girls. All are welcome to come and learn some freestyle wrestling. This weekend, we do have our first freestyle tournament in Eastview up in the cities. There will be a coach at Eastview, so if you're wrestling freestyle in the practice room, it's great mat time. Got quite a few high school kids right now in there. Would like to see a few more. Some kids need some practice partners, but mat time's mat time. Even if you don't go to the tournaments, it's still fine. It's still mat time. You're still learning. So to keep this short and sweet, we'll get our guests going. That's about all the knowledge we have for what's going on in wrestling, just freestyle and Greco. Weightlifting's going on for the high school kids, 7 o'clock. You all should know where and when for wrestling weightlifting. 7 o'clock on them nights. That's why we have practice only until 7, so you guys can get into weightlifting. So this last weekend was an NYWA, I think it's called, state tournament. Congratulations to all the wrestlers that competed in that from Owatonna. Had seen a few did well there, so congratulations to them. And let's get this special guest going. First guest we're going to have today is Paisley Schley. So when we come back, we'll have Paisley on here. All right. So first guest we have tonight is Paisley Schley. She is, what grade are you in, Paisley?
First grade.
First grade. All right. And what school do you go to?
Wilson.
You go to Wilson School. Which one's Wilson now? Is that over on the south side of town? Is it over by Burger King? Kind of by Burger King. And Karuba over on that side of town?
No, only by Burger King.
Oh, by Burger King? Okay. So how long have you been wrestling, Paisley?
1 year.
1 year? What do you think of it?
Very cool.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite part of wrestling right now? What do you really enjoy about wrestling?
Wrestling?
Yeah, you just enjoy wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you enjoy going and ripping some kids' heads off and beating them, or the practice? You like beating them? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite move? Do you have a favorite move yet, or the one where you're talking? That's freestyle though. We're not having that conversation yet. But do you like to do single legs, double legs, or cradles, half Nelsons?
Cradles.
You like the cradles? You're pretty good at them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this last weekend, I seen on Facebook that your mom and dad posted. So I hear you were up at Bemidji for the what was that tournament called? The North Star Girls Youth State Tournament.
Yep.
And what place did you take up there?
First place.
First place. How did you? So you had to wrestle. There was only how many girls? Just another girl in your bracket. So there was 2 of you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So how did you beat her? What did you do for a takedown? Do you remember?
Single leg.
You did a single leg, and then what did you do?
If she got up, I did this around her waist.
You broke her back down to her belly?
Mm-hmm.
Did you pin her, or did you just beat her by points?
Pin her.
You pinned her. What did you pin her with?
This, like, with the arm.
The cradle? Or,
No.
A butcher?
Around.
Okay, so it was the kind of like the butcher then?
Mm-hmm.
Where the arm comes up over this way and you run around towards the head? Or did you run around toward the body?
I was on my tippy toes.
You're on your toes pinning her? Okay, that's good. That's good.
She did a bridge, but she was still down.
She was still down? You held her down?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good. Did you wrestle in any other tournaments this year?
13 or 14.
Oh, really? Oh, you went all over that. So you had fun at all these tournaments?
Yes.
Okay.
I went to Medford.
You went to the Medford? How'd you do at Medford?
Good.
Good?
I got second place, and that's the fastest.
Yeah? And you got the fastest pin, or what do you mean? The
Fastest pin.
The fastest pin? Okay. Okay, so do you just wrestle girls, or do you wrestle boys sometimes too?
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls? You're not scared, are you?
I'm not even scared.
No. That's the attitude to have. You got to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we were talking earlier, and you were talking about Leah Fisher, that you follow her around in practice, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So do you think you'll be as good as she is someday? Yeah. You keep practicing, because I know you're starting to wrestle a lot earlier than she did, and she's pretty good, ain't she? Mm-hmm. Did you ever get to go up to the high school and see her wrestle, or any of the girls wrestle at high school?
One time.
One time, yeah. Did you like that?
Yeah.
Or do you want to do that
It was
someday?
only boys.
Oh, it was only the boys. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do that someday? Wrestle underneath the light here at the high school?
No.
No.
I want to stay 7.
Oh, you want to stay 7? Okay. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to get older at some point. So now we're gonna just talk about some different things besides wrestling. Okay.
Okay.
So first, what is your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti? Is it like spaghetti that your mom makes or your grandma makes?
Canned spaghetti.
Canned spaghetti. Okay. So like SpaghettiOs.
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty typical. So what's your...
And also ravioli.
Oh, yeah, I like ravioli too.
And I wonder what beefaroni tastes like.
Oh, I've never had that.
Me neither.
Never had that. What's your favorite drink?
Poppy.
What's that? Oh, Poppy. Is that new stuff that tastes like pop, but
Yeah.
it's not pop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've heard about that. I haven't had that yet.
It's very good.
Is it?
The raspberry rose is the best.
Okay. The raspberry rose. I'll have to remember that one. So what do you do? Any other sports, or are you in gymnastics or dance or
Dance.
You're in dance. Okay.
And also soccer.
Oh, you do soccer too.
And wrestling.
And wrestling.
And I
that's-
was in T-ball.
Okay, you were in t-ball. Maybe someday you'll switch up to play softball too.
I was in softball.
Oh, softball.
T-ball and softball are the same thing.
Oh, okay.
But baseball's not.
No, baseball's not. No. Okay, so you were in t-ball, softball, and you do dance. Mm-hmm. Is it do you do like ballet or do you do hip hop?
Ballet.
You do the ballet dance, where you're standing on your toes and working your calves. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who else is here with you tonight?
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Dad. All right. So are they pretty supportive, and do they follow you everywhere when you go to wrestle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're gonna want their support. Okay. All right. So, what else do you want to talk about? What else you got? So we went over your food. What kind of music do you like? Do you have any favorite songs?
No.
No. Do you like country?
Wait, yeah.
What do you like?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Okay. Yeah, my daughter liked her too.
I still like her.
Yeah.
I have a Taylor Swift book.
Do you? Oh, oh boy. Maybe someday your mom will take you to a concert. You think?
She'll never do that.
Oh no.
She hates Taylor
Oh,
Swift.
she don't like Taylor Swift. Okay. All right. So what do you do when you're not doing a sport? Do you like to go ride your bike? Do you go outside? Do you go to the park with your friends? Or
Ride bike while I'm going to the park.
Okay, you go ride bike a lot? That's good. Do you rollerblade at all?
I do at school.
You do at school? Okay.
Yeah, I really want rollerblades.
Yeah, that's good exercise there. As long as you got elbow pads on so you don't scrape up your elbows when we fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And knee pads.
Oh, and knee pads, yep, knee pads too.
And a helmet.
Okay, so your mom was saying you do 4-H?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And tomorrow I have 4-H camp.
You got 4-H camp, okay. And do you know what do you guys do at 4-H camp? Do you know?
There's like events like races.
Okay.
And you get to craft.
Okay.
Dad, do you know what else?
Oh, I guess you'll find out tomorrow.
Yep.
Yep. And she said you showed a calf last year? Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you going to do it again?
Her name was Sunny.
Sunny? Okay. What color was she?
Brownish white.
Brownish white? Okay. And are you going to do that again this year at the fair?
Yeah, I really want to show her again, even though she's getting big.
Yeah, you'll probably get a new one to show then.
Ah.
So, well, everybody, this is Paisley Schley. She's first grader. How old are you?
7.
7. And she is one of the future girl wrestlers of Owatonna Wrestling. Do you want to, now that we do our sign-off, I give you a chance to give a shout-out to anybody to say hi to. Do you want to say hi to your mom, your dad, grandpa, grandmas? Do you want to say hi to anybody out there on the YouTube or on Facebook? This is where you go. Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Dad.
Say hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you, thank you.
All right. And so Paisley Schley. So we'll be right back with Zach Spinler right after this. All right, welcome back. Just another quick thank you to Owatonna Glass, Ben Wilson and the crew down there for all your glass needs. Don't hesitate to give them guys a call for anything you come up with for glass and storefront needs, shower doors and more. Ben Wilson and the crew at Owatonna Glass. Thank you. So now I got Zach Spinler next to me, our Owatonna Youth Director / coach / alumni.
Slash everything.
Everything. Board member. Just a all around good guy. Comes out helping out with the youth. He's one of them coaches that doesn't have a dog in the fight, but just wants to give back to wrestling, like some of us other coaches here in town. Zach, how you been?
Been doing pretty good.
Good. How did your youth season go this year? I mean, we'll start with the youth part of it, and then we'll go from there.
Youth went really, really well. It being it somewhat seems when you put it on a calendar as a long season, but once you get into the season, it just goes so fast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was really good. We had a lot of kids come out. We had just shy of 100 youth kids, and that's anything out of diapers through 5th grade. So numbers are up, and that's good.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to hear. Your coaching staff. How many guys do you have down there helping you out?
Oh, I guess that all depends on the night. We usually try to have anywhere from 3 to 5 in the room at all the time.
Yep.
A lot of it depends on nights and activities. We always have parents that come out and step out and help out too. When you got 30, 40 kids in the room at one time, sometime another hand or two really helps out.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we try to have at least a head coach for each one of our levels, as well as 2 to 3 assistants there helping them out. Yep.
And this was the second year of being youth director, right?
Yep, correct.
Second year.
Yep.
And everything went. I mean, according to plan. I mean, from what I gather, you got quite the steps on how how to run it. Now we keep getting bigger and better. So.
Yeah, and every year we're getting better, and every year we're getting bigger. So I guess we're doing something right at this point.
Yep, and that's good. That's good. Trying to get back that Owatonna wrestling, the powerhouse back into town here. It takes time, but we're working at it, and you're doing a great job, and appreciate. I mean, for not having a kid in the program. I mean, it's time consuming. It's like a second job. And,
Oh yeah.
And the pay is not not.
It's not a factor.
No. It has nothing to do with that. It's just the love of the sport, and I personally want to thank you for what you do. But now back to now we'll go to the alumni part of it. So, year you graduated.
I graduated in 2003.
2003. So that would be the Davis era.
Correct.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Who were all your classmates? That you wrestled with. Which crew would you say you were with?
Oh, that's that's the thing. So you look at the Owatonna's board members right now, and there's people like Alan Ewell and Mike Mager, and Derek Johnson as well, and all four of us were in the wrestling room at the same time. And I graduated with Coach Ewell and Coach Mager at the same time. So we were all there, all wrestling each other all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Going back that far, I can say which coach was probably, you can say it now, which coach was your favorite coach? I mean, did you have one coach, or was there any that stood out?
I believe Matt Crutlow had a big influence on how I wrestled and how I saw the sport, and what I did outside of the sport to be better inside the sport then. Yeah. Yep.
I've had on the podcast, he's made an impact on quite a few alumni and wrestlers on just his perspective on everything. I mean,
and not only being a great coach, just being a great person.
Yeah.
Just somebody to look up to, and someone that's just going to be very honest with you. And at the same point, he was there with no kids, no skin in the game, and he was there because he wanted to be, and he wanted to make young adults better people.
Yep. So, best memory you had from freshman year to senior year. One thing that just sticks out. It doesn't have to be a match. It doesn't have to be a tournament. It could be a bus ride. It could be just a Friday night with a night with the wrestlers. What sticks out coming through for 4 years? What sticks out to you?
I think the one of the biggest memories for me is when I stepped on the state mat, when you walk out there, and and the year that I was there as an individual, we were at the Target Center, and just walking out that morning and looking up at 20,000 people there, either just screaming, yelling, cheering you on. I mean, to know that at that point that you've made it, and it was just, I was kind of awestruck at that point. So.
Okay.
And no matter what you do in a wrestling room, nothing prepares you for that moment.
Yep. I mean, walking out there when I came out with the team, it was like, whoa, because it was the first year Owatonna as a team made it, and we had no idea what we were walking out to. Some guys made it individually, but going individually, I guess I don't know. I never got to go as an individual, just on the team, and walking out as a team. I couldn't imagine being a lone person going out to that, just never being through that. So I do see when you say that all them crowd, because I mean, I've seen some wrestlers recently walk out there and all of a sudden it's grapefruit eyes, and it's like, hey, it's just another match.
And you grow up and going to MNUSA state tournaments and NY state tournaments, and you're doing things that and there might be 3,000-4,000 people there, and you're still kind of just like, oh wow, but it's nothing compared to a state, something like that,
the high school state tournament.
Yeah.
But that's our goal right now is to get as many of these youth rolling in that direction. Not everybody's a state champion to start off. You got to put your time in, put your and still have fun with it, and build. And that's what I see you doing with the youth is you're building good kids, which is I think is an ultimate thing is good people in society.
Well,
and trying to corral this energy that typically wrestlers have. Mm-hmm. Put it into a focus. And so next year with the youth, I know we're having some other things going on, but with youth, do you see us growing even more, that we might have to have different age groups into the practices, or how was that all ran?
So our groups are usually broke down. We have the Husky Pups, and that is realistically your pre-K, kindergartners, any first grader that is real shy, timid, and it's their first year. we had about 42 in that group.
Oh, okay.
So that group is a lot of fun. It's really wild. We try to learn a few things there. And then the second group is just your first and second graders. Anybody, obviously, through our program, if you believe that you're a pretty good kindergartner, you're more than welcome to be a part of that program. Yeah. And then we have our third through our fifth graders, and that is open to any first and second grader that wants those extra practices, that needs that extra mat time.
Yeah. Okay, good. Other than that, what else are you doing in life? I know you might as well throw a plug out there. I know you don't like to do this, but I'm gonna force it to you. So what are you doing in life?
I'm a residential general contractor, and I do a lot of new home construction, a lot of remodeling at this point. And right now I'm doing a bunch of odds and ends, some customized trim work in an old farmhouse. Just kind of waiting for this weather to turn around so we can start digging holes and start putting basements in and start making some projects.
Okay, good. So do you have any advice, as being a wrestler and then now being a coach, as a coach, being a wrestler, a coach, and as the director, do you have any, personal advice you would like to give, like maybe what Coach Matt Kretlow gave you at some point? Is there anything you would like to say to some of these young wrestlers with what's on their mind? I know this one's, it kind of throws it at you, but...
Yeah, and I guess my advice to them would be just do what makes you happy, and I'm not, especially with our youth level, I still want kids in soccer, and I want them playing basketball, and I want them trying hockey, and I want them to do all these things and learn and love the game of the sport. And wrestling is so mentally tough that the people that want to be there over time, they want that competition. They need that. They go for that competition. And some of that you don't find in other sports. And that's what's nice about wrestling is the people that have that competitiveness in them, they find that in wrestling, and then they can strive with that. So.
And like what you just said, I see some kids right now that have the smoothest technique, but they're that wrestler, I'm gonna get after the aggression, the controlled aggression, I'll call it, or that controlled aggression basically is all it is. They just haven't found that yet, but they love the sport. They might not be winning all the time, but one day it'll click for them. And they came up from the youth 2 years ago, and I've watched a couple of them coming up, and all it's going to take is just one little bump for them, and then they'll just, I got it now. Now I know where I'm going with this.
And it's trying to find that second level, and that's something as coaches that we cannot teach into any of our wrestlers. That's something that they have to find within themselves, and they want to have to get there. We'll give them all the tools they need to get there, but it's solely on them to take that leap.
Yep. And then I know this is way out in left field, but we always talk about basics and what you teach down there in the youth, and then we try and reestablish it at the middle school and the high school. The finals heavyweight match with Stevenson and Hendrickson. It was a single leg switched off to a double leg. What age do we start teaching that move right away?
Yeah,
it's the first move.
Yeah, it's you're teaching your basics.
Yeah.
A high flying move, as much as we like
Love
the
to
way
see
they
them.
look, they don't work. They don't win matches. So and you can look at statistics too. Like you can look back last year on the USA trials, through all the statistics, a single leg to a duck to a double. Was the number one move used throughout the whole tournament.
Yeah, and that's, I've seen a lot on different wrestling websites and different coaching. I follow a couple other things, and the training that these Olympians and these high-end international wrestlers, they're doing weightlifting moves like they're doing double legs. And that's, they're just constantly, and it is the grit of wrestling that will accomplish it 50% of the time. If you have the will to put your head down and go, and not stop, you're 50% to plus. You're going to get that move.
Oh yeah.
it's just doing it, and the basics are key. So,
Yeah.
But is there anybody out there, Mr. Spinler? Well, here first, I'll ask you too. What kind of music you listen to? Let everybody know here. So.
Oh, I guess it all depends on the mood. I'm more of a rock guy.
Yeah.
So that's but sometimes you just got to slow it down, put a little country in there, and relax. So.
Okay. And is there anybody out there you want to give a shout out to?
I'd give a shout out to my parents. I mean, I don't think I would be anywhere I am today without the love and support of my parents.
Yep.
And, they're the reason I'm the person I am today. And, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you for being on, sir. I
You bet.
appreciate it. I know it was a little bit of short notice, but got you on. Also, one last thing, Owatonna Glass. Anything you need for insulated glass, storefronts, mirrors, shower doors, more, give Owatonna Glass a call. And that will be a wrap for Season 4, Episode 15. Next week, we also have the banquet, a reminder of the banquet this next Sunday at the Eagles. 5 o'clock check-in, arrive, get your seats. Food will be starting to be served at 5:45. The banquet will start at 6. Middle school, high school, all are welcomed in the town, but it is the middle school and high school banquet. So hopefully we can see you there. And next week we'll have some results. Hopefully we got some kids going to the Eastview Wrestling Tournament this weekend. And I know Aaliyah Fisher is going to go out and try out for the U17 Girls USA World Team. So we'll have results on that come next Monday, or Tuesday, I should say. So thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
All right, see you later.